All right, we're doing it. We are live. What's going on, everybody? It's Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist, and it's been a while since I've gone live. I've done very short amounts, sporadic amounts of video. A lot of things happening in my life. All of it's been good, but I just haven't had time or the desire to make video or video content. Just because I've been working on projects, client stuff, new partnerships, sponsors, the whole nine. The craziest thing is that I've been going to a lot more events lately, and I'm going to be talking about some of them soon, but the repeating message that I keep getting from everyone is, dude, I'm glad you're making it. Like, with everything you've been through, with all the work you put in, the long hours in 2025, it's amazing to see you at the level you're at. And as you guys know, like, in November, I just was fed up with my life, and I started something called The Portal, and I just created my own self-development plan. And The Portal combines spirituality with business foundations, with Rob's personal circumstances. And I committed to like 10 actions, wrote them down on paper, and I'm pretty sure I've hit all 10. If more people did this, more people's lives would be impacted. And this isn't like a setup for some course or a sale or anything. This is just me figuring out what the code was to my life. It's almost like hacking the matrix. And there probably will be a live, like, free training where I'm just going to show you guys, like, hey, this is how I got everything in my life that I wanted. You know, if you were to ask Brandon or Frank Walsh or Vicky, like, what's the next thing that you guys want? You have to be really specific. And you have to realize that if you don't run your life, somebody else is going to run it for you, and you're not going to win. And Brandon, what's up? So anyway, my life has been incredible in 2025. I lost something like 15 pounds. I'm exercising frequently. I'm hanging out with the best group of people I've ever met. I'm practicing a lot of gratitude, and I'm being selfless about a lot of things. So before we get started on this, and this is going to be, I mean, if you guys are, I'll just give you a preview. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I'm going to be talking about some events today that I went to. I'm going to be talking about some of the things I've done in my life and business that made it better. I'm going to be throwing out some shout outs to my sponsors, and I'm going to be talking about just ways you can improve your life a little bit. Probably going to run about 15, 20 minutes. So you can either hang out, you can dip out, whatever you want to do. My job is just to serve and to share success tips with you guys. The things that have helped me violently up-level my life in 2025. You can see the happiness in my eyes. It is legit, like, excited to wake up every day and wear cool shirts. By the way, I'm unveiling this shirt. I've had this for months. I've never worn it ever, and it makes me laugh. Like, that's one of the secrets to a great life, is being able to laugh at stupid shit. And I'll tell you, when you walk around with a possum t-shirt like this, other people know right away, oh, that's the fun guy. That's the party guy. That's the guy who doesn't take himself too seriously, and it's probably fucking funny. What's up, Gigi and Megan? Good to see you guys. And for the TikTokers that are watching this live, if you guys have any questions, pop a comment or message me, whatever. If you guys are going through like some kind of personal struggle, or you're not sure what to do, or not making enough money, or, you know, should I dump my boyfriend? Just some goofy bullshit, whatever. Throw it at me. I'll answer anything. I don't care. And I love helping people design the life of their dreams. Chris, what's really funny, Chris says, so your animal mascot is a possum, and a possum, make an AI image of it in Iron Man armor. I already have it. I literally, if I go back, I have a photo somewhere of a stupid possum in an Iron Man armor. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm a big Iron Man fan. It's getting to be a problem. I mean, seriously, I have an Xbox This holds my Xbox controller. It's the coolest thing ever. All right, let's get back to it because I'll just squirrel out. So right at the gate, I just wanted to give you guys a quick preview. This is already out. This is Brian Big Country Conwell's Shift magazine debut. If you guys want to read about Brian and his amazing story, you can read Shift for free at shiftlifedesign.com. Spectacular magazine. I made this 8 years ago to promote veterans and to promote entrepreneurs that are top level. And if you don't know Brian's story, you can find him on TikTok. His videos will inspire you. So Brian was in a horrific car accident when he was active duty Army. He ended up losing a leg. The doctors had to salvage his other leg. He went into a deep depression. He gained a bunch of weight. And he realized that he still had fight left in him. And he still wanted to win at life. And so Brian ended up hitting the gym. And I'm really proud to say Brian won like 23 medals in athletic competitions. We flew him out to San Diego and gave him an award because we were proud of his achievements. He's a father of 6, and he hits the gym every day. He's starting a nonprofit for disabled warriors so that people, because here's what a lot of people don't know, like there's a ton of disabled athletes out there, but now the Invictus Games and the Warrior Games do not take disabled athletes. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So Brian said, the hell with that. I'm going to start my own nonprofit, and I'm going to start my own version of para-athlete events so that I can honor disabled warriors. And so you can read Brian's story for free. Like I said, shiftlifedesign.com. He even had a documentary about it called The Rise of Big Country, premiered in North Carolina a while back. But Shift is about telling the stories that maybe would go unnoticed. And I founded Shift like 8 years ago just to give a voice to people that deserve the coverage. I never charge a ton for my advertisers. If you guys want advertising for your business, reach out. And we can hook you up with like one page ads for under, like, I want to say under $600, something like that. But Shift goes out to entrepreneurs, business owners, veterans. But the real advantage of advertising in Shift is you get to work with me. And any advertiser, I'm going to hook up. I'm going to do social media about you. I'm going to write articles about you. I take care of my advertisers. This isn't just, hey, we got an ad in a magazine and we got a couple of new people on the website. No, I take care of my advertisers. So if you want to know more about it, just message me. But yeah, read about Brian, shiftlifedesign.com. All right. We got Mayo and Kiana and Roxanne. Good to see you guys. So right out the gate, the first thing I went to on Friday was the SDSU event at AleSmith. And the LinkedIn stream, there's probably some SDSU students watching this. Had an amazing time. Congrats to the graduating class of 2025 at SDSU, the JMS School of Journalism and Media Studies. I'm really proud of all you guys as you enter into the world of the real world of journalism and PR and all that stuff. I have done my part. I have set up an internship program, paid, where people can come work for Garcia Global Media. And learn how to be involved in a PR scenario. And so we have 6 team members right now, and we've hired people for journalism, social media, marketing, straight PR, and communications. And so if that's one of your specialties, and if you're watching this on LinkedIn and you just graduated and you can't technically be a college intern anymore, I will bring you guys on for 30 days paid. And you guys can work with the team and get some experience on your resume. That's an offer I'm going to put out on LinkedIn today. But I want to create opportunities for new grads that don't have a job lined up and need to get some experience, a little bit of money, and really learn how to be valuable so that you can create the life of your dreams. So if you guys are watching this, if you just graduated SDSU at the JMS, School of Journalism and Media Studies, reach out to me. Say, hey, Rob, I want to be in the 30-day new graduate program, and I will hook you guys up. So least I can do to give back. The school of JMS invites me to events. They're always like the nicest people ever. Dr. Kay Sweetser does such an incredible job creating these new PR pros, and I want to do my part as the CEO of Garcia Global Media. Okay. The event, by the way, on Friday at AleSmith was wild. One of my interns, Kayla, came with me, and we just went around recruiting people, talking to people. Marshall Falk was there, who is a really famous football player, like Hall of Famer. He was an SDSU Aztec. I am not a football guy at all. I don't know anything about sports, but I went and looked up his stats today and his life story, and now I realize the significance of having him there at the event. He gave a really good speech. He was talking about the importance of how even if you're in a small market, you can be the big fish in the small market. It has to come with greatness, and don't ever let your environment formulate who you are as a person and your self-perception. So Marshall Falk, shout out, amazing message, and just telling stories about your own career and what you learned. So that was the event. Had a tremendous time. Thank you, JMS, for the invite to go there. I absolutely had a lot more salad than the average person and some pizza. But congrats. I can tell the importance of an event by how fancy the salad is. And I'm telling you, avocado, feta cheese, Greek dressing. All right. The next thing I want to do is give a shout out to, let's see what we got here, 22 Salute. So one thing I did imbibe in this weekend is 22 Salute Coffee and Spirits in this weekend. It was a lot more spirits. And as I went to Sean Stewart's party Saturday night in Carlsbad, I got a personal invite from Sean Stewart. Thank you. I took a bottle of Fig Vanilla Bourbon, 22 Salute. And what I like about this is that this company has a nonprofit that helps veterans get service dogs. So when you buy a bottle of Fig Vanilla Bourbon or their incredible 22 times filtered vodka, you are helping veterans get service dogs at no cost to them. So I will always support this company. They're a PR client. I've gotten them on TV. If you guys don't know about Eric Ranks and his mission to help veterans get service dogs and to make the absolute best bourbon and vodka on the market, you need to check out 22salute.com. Tremendous business, tremendous mission. I love what they're doing. This is so freaking good over ice cream. Not going to lie. But it's also a good sipper. It's unbelievable. So check them out, 22salute.com, Eric Ranks. And they have a great TikTok as well and Instagram. But and I'm going to actually get some Warrior Strategist coffee going, personal branded coffee through them. So, big wins all the way around. Thank you, 22 Salute, Eric Ranks. Speaking of Sean Stewart, so I went to Sean Stewart's party on Friday, and Sean Stewart is the CEO of rockyourgift.com. If you've ever wanted to be a speaker, if you've ever wanted to know how to get more events, if you've ever wanted to know how to create an audience and a crowd around your message, Sean can help you get there. I met him at an event for James Hickey. Yeah, I'm going to be name dropping all day long. That's what I do. But it was so interesting with this dude's energy. He's a rapper. He started off in New York. He was like putting out CDs, and he has all these like awesome tracks. And we actually got a private concert in his house. So he was sharing like all these new tracks he'd never like released that he just shared with us. The party itself was amazing. It was like my first grown-up party in San Diego that was actually sophisticated. There was like good food. Everyone dressed nice. The energy was cool. Everybody I met at that party was so nice. And I actually did something to where I gave a shout out. There were probably 30 people there, and I gave Sean, let me speak for half a second. And I got up and I just said, hey, if anyone's having financial insecurity or money insecurity and you want to attend Sean's upcoming event, I will buy your ticket. Just email me. I had someone just moved here from somewhere and they didn't have a lot of money, and they reached out, and I'm going to fund their ticket. Why? Because abundance is important. If you are having a good month, be generous. Another thing I did, and I'm not saying this to brag or to pat myself on the back, I'm saying this because I want to encourage other people to embrace generosity and abundance. If you're doing well, there are a lot of people that aren't doing well. I have a buddy that I served with, and he's an entrepreneur. He has an amazing show on YouTube, and he's just at kind of a place of like standstill. He didn't feel motivated or inspired, and I talked to him, and I haven't talked to him in a long time. I've seen him in 23 years, but he's always been there. His name's Kali Turner. And I ended up buying him a bunch of suits. I bought him some dress shoes. I bought him a bunch of things that would inspire him creatively. And I spent a couple $100 and just sent all this shit to his house from Amazon. And the reason I did this is because in my day, people have done the same for me. People have shown me generosity. People have shown me unbelievable amounts of generosity and abundance and shared their good fortune with me. I had a guy at Christmas hand me a stack of $100 bills and just said, "You're doing great things, Rob. Keep it up. You're going to be a fucking millionaire." I mean, how do you not get inspired by that? So anyway, yeah, I went on an Amazon binge for my friend, and he's going to have, it's going to be like Christmas. Like I texted him, I said, "Your fucking UPS guy is going to hate you." Because I bought him multiple suits. I got him like all these things, pocket squares, ties. I want him to dress like a gentleman, and I showed him how to like find events in his area in Louisiana, so that he could up level. And I taught him how to make his YouTube channel better so that he can get more subscribers and paid members and all that shit. I will be sharing his stuff very soon. So right at the gate, there we go. I'm not taking a phone call right now. So that was one of the things I did this weekend that I'm really proud of. And I'm saying this because I want to encourage people. If you have a good month and you're doing well, pay attention to everyone around you. Okay. I've had bad months. Trust me. I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. I've had Bob months where I'm barely above bills. I've had times where I could only afford like $20 to go to the dollar store to buy my groceries. Pay attention to what's going on around you. And if you can help someone and it's no skin off your back and you want to feel good about helping someone, do something generous. It's a great feeling, and it always comes back to me. Anytime I'm generous to people, something pops out of the universe for like no reason. And maybe it's a $10,000 client or it's a speaking opportunity or something. Generosity is the way to go. All right. So anyway, if you want to know more about speaking, if you want to get involved in a guy who is very, very powerful at what he does, reach out to Sean Stewart at rockyourgift.com, rockyourgift.com. Casey Gamerbabe, Vicky Gatzman, Janice Malley, Ginger and David, Mark Dudek, whoever. Just check out the website. Even if you don't end up working with Sean, the website itself is fucking fire. It inspires me to do better stuff. So rockyourgift.com. Sean Stewart. I went to his party. It was incredible. John Block was there and Lindsay Shaw, who I've featured in my magazine. But I had an amazing time. It's just very good energy just to recharge and meet people. All right. I do have a question for the audience. So we got Casey Gamerbabe popping in. Casey Gamerbabe, what is your favorite game of choice? Like, what are you rocking? Because I've been on DayZ for Xbox, and I started with PC, and I've been playing that damn game for 5 years now, maybe. I'm curious about what you're into and what platform you're using. I always like to ask these questions so I can make video game friends because I'm a fucking nerd. All right. Next, big shout out to my client, Abby Barreto. Abby ended up on stripes.com. So I got her in CT Insider magazine at her request. It took months and months and months. And then about 2 weeks ago, she messaged me and she said, "Hey, is this good?" And she showed me. She landed on stripes.com. If you're in the military, okay, Stripes, it's called Stars and Stripes technically. It is a newspaper, probably top 3 military media on Earth. 1.4 million views a day. And it's in every base on Earth daily. Like Stripes is published, I think it's a weekly, and it is in every single base, every branch. And she got an article as my PR client. I was just about to run down the street with my hands in the air screaming. It was the largest media placement I've ever had successfully as a PR CEO, even bigger than when I got Sean Cannon on TMZ. And so I'm just really happy. Congratulations, Abby Barreto. The reason she was featured is because she did this amazing documentary called The Ring in the Mountain, where she talked about her father who perished. He was a U.S. Marine, perished in a helicopter crash in Norway. And a hiker found his Annapolis ring 20 years later, tracked her down, gave it back to her, and she made a documentary where she went back to Norway and did a ceremony with the Norwegian military. It is one of the greatest documentaries I've ever seen. You can find the trailer on YouTube, The Ring in the Mountain. Abby's been my PR client. We stacked wins. We just crushed media for her. Soft Rep Radio, CT Insider Magazine, Stars and Stripes, the local, I can't remember, I think it's CBS 8 on the East Coast. Chef Magazine, we got her all kinds of stuff. So it was just a good PR experience. I always love when my clients win at life. And we got Ginger and David popping in, Todd Heath, Samuel Jimenez. Good to see you guys. All right. What else do we have on the agenda? I'm still just going to keep going, and then I'm going to top off with some mindset tips, and then I will dismiss the class. If you guys are authors, if you guys want to understand how to put a book out there quickly from a guy who's written 15 books, One Day Author is for you. And this is for all the future authors out there that, hey, one day I'm going to write a book. Make that fucking day today. Stop messing around. Stop telling people you're going to be an author one day, or, hey, I want to write a book one day. Fucking start today. This book, One Day Author, outlines how to create books fast, the entire publishing process so you can self-publish, get royalty checks, and keep all your rights. You don't have to try and get some stupid publishing company to take your rights and give you 30 cents in every dollar you earn. Fuck that shit. Get One Day Author, and I will outline exactly how to get past writer's block, how to create good content, how to design your cover, how to get maximum writing ability out of you, even if you don't feel like it, how to be creative. I've got chapters on audience building, like how to build an audience around your books. I've got formatting tips. And then here's where it gets crazy. I have an entire marketing and sales chapter that shows you what happens after you publish your book. And by the way, step-by-step instructions, how to publish your book for free, and the website I used. Everything is in One Day Author, okay? And now, let's say you get your book done. You've written it. I show you how to get a free press release, and I even have a QR code so you can scan it, and you can have a press release template that you just fill in. Super easy. Hey, this is the name of my book. This is the name of my author. This is like my contact info, and you can send it to news agencies so you can get on TV, okay? Best tips for press releases, how to pitch the news. Every author in America should have this freaking book. And I'm just starting to promote it, which is crazy. And then, a 30-day Facebook campaign telling you exactly how to for 30 days, how to post about your book and draw an audience to it. And then, just summary tips. So anyway, One Day Author. If you want speed publishing tips, the entire process, just look it up on lulu.com. It's One Day Author by Rob Garcia, myself. And just to prove the model, I wrote this in 9 hours. Think about that. Think about it. Look how long this is. I wrote this from idea with a little bit of ChatGPT, tiny amount for some stuff, but 9 hours from idea to publishing. This could be you, Geneva and Glenford and Sonia. If you guys have ever wanted to write a book, I make the process so freaking easy, and I show you how to market it, and you have a press release template, and I show you how to pitch the news. And I'm pretty sure I even put a TV news pitch template in here so you know exactly what to do. I've gotten 37 people on the news, and I give my best tips for reaching out to your local station. Yep, here it is. Here's the template for pitching the news. You literally can just follow this guideline. All right. So, and Jim Burgoon, if you guys want to get this book, just Google it. Just Google One Day Author Rob Garcia. It'll pop up, and maybe put Lulu, L-U-L-U. If it doesn't pop up, that'll take you right to the sale page. This book's $20. I promise you, the process itself to get a book written for you is $10,000 to $12,000 in 3 months. This is $20, and you get a full marketing plan, and you get PR stuff, and you get a full 30-day Facebook campaign, PR templates, news pitches, everything. And I even teach you how to be creative. So this book can change your life if you want to be an author. It's a great feeling, let me tell you. All right, get excited. Thanks, Jim. I already got, Jim just popped in the link on Lulu. Thank you so much, Jim. Really appreciate it. All right. That is about everything I've got for now. I really appreciate everyone, especially on TikTok, just popping in. I realize probably none of you guys know who I am yet, and that's okay. I'm a PR CEO in San Diego. I've gotten 37 people on TV. I own Shift Magazine, and I create visibility plans for experts, turning them into industry celebrities. And I'm doing more and more TikToks just so I can share my message with people and teach you that you can all be celebrities in your industry. It's not hard. All right. Finally, we're going to end with the mindsets for success, just things that have really helped me. The first thing is exercise. Start your day with exercise. Stop making excuses. If you find yourself making excuses, think about why. And I know a lot of you guys with kids and families, or maybe just you feel tired all the time, all that shit, you can carve out the time. If I can't make it to the gym, I have home weights. I have like 35 pounders. You can get 25 pounders, whatever resistance feels slightly resistant to your body size. That's what you need to have. And you can do a 15-minute calisthenic floor workout that's really fun. Put on some music you like and just do squats. Do like, if you have a bench, you can do like shoulder presses, all kinds of stuff. But point is, even if you strap your kid into the baby carriage and you go walking 15 minutes a day, that's exercise. Understand that motion, water, energy levels is very, very important. Nutrition is just as important. And I've had a lot of healthy weight loss just from being consistent in my exercise, and it's helped my mental health and my mental abilities and my cognitive function quite a bit. You can get vegetables at Walmart or Smart and Final, frozen vegetables. Fill up your freezer with them. Buy meat in quantities, big quantities, like buy a 30, and this is how you hack meals and get in better shape. Buy meat, buy a $30 thing of meat or pork, carve it up, pop it in freezer bags, pop them in your freezer. The ultimate meal prepping, right? Just put them in single serving sizes. You want like small bags, and then buy frozen vegetables from Walmart, Smart and Final, and then same thing. Just have little frozen, like single serving bags. Makes cooking super easy. You boil the vegetables. You can, Jerry says, what are you, Betty Crocker? Hell yeah. Jerry, that's where this comes from, buddy. Straight up beef and pork, man. And then some vegetables, right? But once I started doing this, it helped with meal prepping. It cut down on my cooking time, because I don't have time for that shit. Throw the meat, even if it's frozen, like in the air fryer, or just throw it in a saute pan and some olive oil. You'll have amazing meals, and your life will get better. Trust me. Your body will naturally start shedding weight. You just start doing some exercise, all this shit. But if you stay consistent with it, your clothes are gonna fit better, and exercise is everything. Learn about nutrition, though. That's where I think most people are messing up if they are not happy with their body or what they look like. Eat more greens. Stay away from processed food because it's full of preservatives and salt, and that's what keeps you bloated and fat. Just being honest. Stay away from fast food. I am terrified of people that eat fast food more than once a month. I have it less than that. I eat fast food maybe 2 times a year, maybe 3. So just think about it, guys. Think about how much easier it is to meal prep, to stay disciplined, take a cooler to work if you got a 9 to 5. All these little steps will add up. Stop eating big-ass pasta lunches. Cut down on your flour. And I know you're like, Rob, none of this sounds fun. Well, hey, guess what? You know what is fun? Fitting in your clothes, fitting in a suit, not having a beer gut, being more attractive to people if you're single. All these little things add up and make your life better. I'm just saying. Jim says he has celiac, so he has to stay away from fast food by default. Good. Fast food is designed to make you fat and addicted. And I'm not trying to sound like a weird conspiracy guy. It is. The fries are salty. That makes you drink the soda. The soda's full of sugar. The sugar gives you diabetes. And then the buns are loaded with corn syrup. Once you start learning all this shit, you never want to eat fast food again, ever. Like I said, I have it as not even once a month. All right, more to follow. I'll do a whole series on cooking healthy later on. Okay. But right now, I'm just focused on mindset and things that are helping me in life. Next is gratitude. Start every day. Say 3 things you're grateful for. Could be your family. Could be your kids. It could be the friends in your life. Could be health. I always tell people, if you have your health and you have your car, a running car, and your bills paid, you're doing pretty fucking good. People like to complain about what they have. Your attitude will change when you celebrate what you do have. And that's the difference I had to make, change my attitude in 2025 to get the success that I finally earned. I had to earn it. And finally, also going back to the cooking, if you guys want to eat healthy, this is keto friendly. Sean Keenan from Cobra Kai, Karate Kid 3 is one of my PR clients. He released this hot sauce, Bad Boy Hot Sauce. You can get it at badboyeats.com. This is some of the best hot sauce I've ever had. There are 3 varieties. If you're one of those freaks that likes really, really spicy hot sauce, get Cobra Venom, made with Carolina Reaper. It will flavor the life out of your steak. This is Red Pepper Punch. This goes well in chili, or if you want a mild kick. And then they have Mango Madness, which is tangy and spicy at the same time. I put it on shrimp. All right. I think that is everything. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This went a little longer than I wanted to, and that's fine. I need to catch up to everybody. Thank you, everybody, on TikTok. John Ramsey, Doxy, KK. Good to see you guys. Bilbo, Burgoon, everybody check this out on Facebook and LinkedIn. It is great to see you guys. I don't do a lot of live video just because I've been busy with projects and client work, but I do want to catch you up with all the cool things that are going on in San Diego in my life, and that'll make your life better. All right, that's all I got for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check out Shift Magazine at shiftlifedesign.com if you want a nice read about business articles and fun people and new friends. I try and keep it really, really entertaining. I don't just put fluff in here. I put articles about people that will change your life. Shiftlifedesign.com. Read it free. The best price ever. All right, that's all I got. I'm Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist. Thank you for tuning in. If you like my stuff, throw it a like, throw it a share. Tell a friend. If you need some PR, come talk to me. I will hook you up. And as always, stay famous. See you next time.